Doesn't look good. We've got blue lights, we've got people out. It's not 2 lanes.
It's 2
Go and
lanes.
ask the policeman.
Look, we are not stupid.
Well, that all kicked off there. They've been smashing the van. They were kicking the van. They were banging the van. They were trying to pull the wing mirrors off. They were squirting water through the window at me. And all I've got is this commotion going on outside the van right now. We've got the police here. Right, we're not going to Turkey today. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Like the worst border crossing I've ever done.
The best thing to do for us was to turn around though, because we were unsafe there. We were being attacked. I got out there. They started attacking me. Physically they've hit me. They've been pushing me about. They were getting worse at this point. I was being chased down to the motorhome.
Honestly, you couldn't write today. The guy's just hit me from behind. This is not a good start to our Turkish holiday. You pick us up where you left us last, which is on the beach in Greece. It's fantastic. We've had a great time here. The overhang that we've parked up, we've used the air suspension, it's dropped the back down there to get us nice and level. So Ed's just using the loo over there, and I'm just packing up ready to go to take the trunks in. But what an awesome location this has been. Beach just over there. Lovely swim this morning, beautiful here. I would like to come back here and actually spend some time. I need to bring Lindsay back here, she'd love it. You know, I could really enjoy meandering and spending time in the restaurants here and stuff like that. Yeah, love this place. Right guys, we're going to hit the road now. We're going to hit Istanbul, but before we do, let's get this suspension lifted up and get this thing off the ground, because it is actually flawed. Right, I know you guys like information, so let me throw some info at you. First of all, toll roads in Greece, not very expensive. I think we just paid €5.85, and we've been driving for ages on this. So there are toll roads, they're good roads, not very expensive. But let me talk about our battery setup in here and what we have, and how we think we're using it and charging it. Because, I'm not sure if you know, we've got 950 of solar on the roof, and we have 960 amps of lithium batteries in the back. Now, last night we turned the Starlink off. We didn't get to bed till late, probably 1:30, something like that. And throughout the night I had the aircon on whilst off grid. We worked out we used approximately, and this is a very rough estimate, about 8% of the batteries per hour. That's to run 2 fridges, mind, and to run the aircon and anything else that's plugged in, but not the Starlink. We turned that off last night. So that's why we got down to around 30% this morning when I turned the aircon off. Now, of course, the solar is charging the batteries, and we have 2 Orion B2Bs. I did have 2 30 amps. I've now got the new 50 amp Orion B2Bs, and I've got 2 of them. So we can charge the batteries from there at up to 100 amps as well. So what does that mean? Whilst we're driving along, of course, we've got the solar that's charging, and it's currently put in 600 watts in on the solar to charge the batteries, but also the engine that's charging the batteries. So this is a very rough estimate, but we managed to put 1% into the batteries in around 8 minutes. Now that is a rough estimate, because when I'm going downhill, the engine is charging at around about 1,000 watts, but when I'm driving along the flat, it's put in around 150, 200 watts in at most. And we're getting a pretty consistent 600 on the solar whilst we're driving along there. So there's a little bit of info. The batteries are charging now, they're up to 44%. Whilst we're driving and the engine and the sun is doing it, yeah, we're pretty efficiently doing it. Now, it depends how much driving we do. If we're going to go to a site, we'll charge the batteries really, really quick. But apart from that, we need to drive for quite a bit to recharge our batteries up to full 100%. So I'm not sure where we'll be tonight. We might be on a site, we might do another wild camp, not sure. I want one last thing. The temperature is 37 degrees. Right, we've driven for about an hour after Thessaloniki, and we are getting a bit peckish, so Ed's found us a little stop here right by the beach. Look, the beach is just over there. So since I'm driving, we got a couple of radlers, look, there you go, and freezing cold, and the glass freezing cold as well. Right, it's very windy here, so I'll try and film this, but yeah, special beef burger and chips, just what we wanted, eh Ed? Enjoy, mate. Right, that's the bill settled, €24, about 20 quid for 2 huge burgers, chips, and a couple of radlers. I love it here. Now, he did say that parking where I am right now would be acceptable. If I was to put chairs out, that would be camping, that wouldn't be acceptable here. And we're right on the beach, but he did say just up the way there is where lots of camper vans actually stay. So we're going to head up there and just take a look now. So look, there is the beach where you can sit and chill, and right here is where the camper van is parked. This is definitely off the beaten track. It's not touristy whatsoever, and the price is certainly not touristy either. But let's go and take a look at that other spot. And here is the other place where all the camper vans are parked up along the beach road. Perfect. It's a great little park up there, guys. You see, what we're doing is I think what we're doing is doing a recce of all these places. So when it's just Linz and I and we've got more time, we're going to come back and spend more time in these places. So think of it like doing a recce for me, Linz, and for you guys. So we'll drop a pin. I leave a pin to that restaurant we were just eating at, and a pin to this park up here, because this is perfect. And just to the right, you're on the beach. There you go, guys. Now, we're not looking for the park up around here. Eddie has got a campsite earmarked for tonight, so we're going to head there next.
82 kilometers later.
Okay, this looks a great one. The pool looks fantastic, but unfortunately, it's been closed for 2 years for camping. Darn, that pool looked fantastic as well. So never mind, and it was tight driving down there and getting back up, but we're out now. Let's find another one. Let's move on, Ed. Find us another campsite. Right, camping Alexandro just does not look like the kind of thing we want. It just looks tired. It doesn't excite us. It's got a beach, but more to the point, Eddie seems to have left his bag where we had lunch, and now back in the other direction. So that's where we got to go now. And now we're back in the other direction to get his bag. And what we'll probably do is stay there where we found that place on the beach. So maybe it was meant to be.
82 kilometers later.
Right, that's an hour back in the other direction and back at the restaurant on the beach that we ate at lunchtime. Now, hopefully they're still open, and hopefully they've got Ed's bag. Okay. Yay, here he comes, and they've got his bag. Fantastic. He's going to be pleased with that. But 2 hours, 1 hour there, 1 hour back. God, I could do without that. I'm shattered now. At least we got that other park up that we wrecked earlier, up the road. I think we'll head there next. All good, bud? Excellent. We'll head to that other park up the road, yeah? Well, there you go. With today's drive-in and the solar, we've got 75% in our batteries. And it's 6 o'clock at night, and we're still getting over 200 watts of solar in. So it might even boost it up to about 80% tonight, which should be enough to run the aircon for a little should we need to. Of course, we pop down to the local beach park to get a quick pint. Cheers, buddy. Awesome. I will add that they've just charged me €6 each for a local beer. That's ridiculous. And back to the van, but that will teach me for not checking the price of the beer before I ordered it. But that was absolutely taking the mick. €6 for a bottle of beer here in Greece. Down the other end, when we went for lunch, it was €3 for a beer. So there we are. I told him, clearly, mate, if you'd have charged me properly, I'd have stayed for a couple more, but they are clearly just here to rip me off. Right, I've just finished editing another video for you, which is exporting as we speak. And look at that. How cool is that? Right, we're all set up here with a little table out, and we're going to watch a bit of YouTube. We'll catch you guys in the morning. That was fantastic. I'm in full-on holiday mode. Just getting out and going for a swim in the sea this morning. First thing was just perfect, you know. Can't even be bothered to put gel in my hair. Still just wearing Crocs. Full-on holiday mode. Just waiting for Linz now. But what a beautiful place to wake up. Absolutely perfect here. And you'll see there's lots and lots of vans going down there. It is an official park up. It does say the sign saying there's no overnight camping on the beach. They mean this bit here though. And people have even got bits outside the van this morning, so perfect. Right, we're gonna move on. We need to go shopping. So my co-pilot Eddie has put in a little into the sat nav, and that's about 45 minutes in the right direction towards Turkey. Now we've got around about a 6 or 7 hour drive to Turkey, and we're looking at stops along the way. Maybe have one more stop along the beach along the way, and we're just not finding anything that's really tickling our fancy, that's that suitable. So we're not sure yet. We could continue on. We'll see. We'll keep looking for places, but if we do carry on, it's the end of beach holidays, and then we're into city holiday. We will be in Istanbul for 2 days before he has to shoot off. So yeah, let's see how this one holds out. We might go all the way to Istanbul tonight, or we might find a stop along the way. Who knows? Okay, we found a Lidl, but we don't need much in here. We really didn't get much in there at all. We were in Lidl for maybe 4 minutes. We got some drinks, and some fresh bread, because we've already got some salad from last time, so we're knocking up some special holiday sandwiches. And there we have it. We've got lettuce, we've got chicken, we've got chorizo, and we've got tomato. Now that's a sandwich. So I said the tolls aren't very expensive in Greece, but there is quite a few of them along the way. And they measure your height of your vehicle as well. So if you're tall, you're going to get charged more money. Excellent. Look forward to seeing you, my love. Love you loads.
Love you, love. See you soon.
See ya. Bye. Well, there she is. And I've just arranged, I've got to go and find somewhere near the airport as a park up. So when she lands, she can just jump in the taxi and get to me easily. That's the idea. So I'm not taking this bloody big thing to arrivals to collect her in the dark. So that's the way we've arranged it anyway. Right, next stop, Turkey. Right, hopefully that is the last Greek toll. But one last thing to mention about these Greek tolls. They're, like I said, they're not very expensive, but they're fairly frequent. But the sweet spot is under 2.7 metres. If you're under 2.7 metres, you'll get charged as a car. And if you're over 2.7 metres, you get charged, it's about 3 times as much as a car, as a motorhome. Now, we've been charged as a car and, under 2.7 and over 2.7, but they've got a little measuring stick, and some of them want to measure you, and some of them don't bother, so there you go, depends. So if you're under 2.7, you'll be fine. You'll also be fine if they can't be bothered to measure you. But we've paid both. Okay, it doesn't look good. Does not look good here. We've got blue lights, we've got people out in their vehicles. I don't know if this is the for border or what. Yes. Right, thank you, sir. Okay, policeman's just directed me to go to the right lane. I think this is border control here. There's a motorhome over there.
Either we're big enough to be in the HGV queue, or they're pulling us over for inspection.
Oh my goodness, we're going to be here for bloody ages. Oh my days. Excellent. There's not a lane through the middle there, is there? There's nobody else there, is it? So you just pull me on the right. Maybe. Okay, nobody's moving. It looks like this is going to take ages. So let's keep an eye on it. It's just after 2:20 now. Let's see how long it takes us to get through here. So the truck driver came to me from behind. He said, "No, you shouldn't be in this one, mate. It's just for trucks. It's not going to go till this evening." So I went back to the policeman, and he said, "No, you should be down the middle lane." And it's kind of a makeshift middle lane. Everyone's on the left in cars, everyone's on the right in trucks. And he said, "No, you should be down the middle lane. That's where I've sent you." I said, "Great. We're jumping past all these cars." Fantastic.
Fit through. We're not fit through down there with that big nose.
Isn't it? Yeah, when they move, I can get through. You need a part? No. I went back to the policeman. I went back to see the policeman.
It's 2 lines.
It's not 2 lanes.
It's 2
Go and
lines.
ask the policeman.
Look, we are not stupid.
You clearly
we are
are.
waiting for hours.
I went back to ask him. He said, "No,
we
go
are
in the
waiting
middle
for
lane."
hours, okay? Okay, it's not so simple. Okay, we are not stupid here. We're waiting for
Mate,
hours.
I went to ask the policeman. He said the middle lane.
Then the fucking policeman should come and tell us, okay, why we are waiting here.
Go and see him. He
They have
sent me
to
down the middle
they
lane,
have
mate.
to split the lines, okay?
Well, that all kicked off there. It is just, they're going mad. They think I'm jumping the queue. The policeman sent me into the middle lane, and they're all kicking off about it. But there we are. We'll see how this turns out. They've been smashing the van. They've really got the ump because I'm in a middle lane here that the police sent me in, and they're just blocking, thinking I'm overtaking everything. Right, guys, if you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, you already know about the trouble we had with the border, or you'll know we had a bit of trouble at the border. I've not been looking forward to editing this video and reliving what actually happened, but it was at this stage that
Eddie got out. I told him to go and run and try and get help at the front of the border. And he got attacked when he got out. He got hit. He ran there, and they were getting out of control at this stage. They were kicking the van. They were banging the van. They were trying to pull the wing mirrors off. They were squirting water through the window at me. I rung the police again, frantically this time. And eventually the police came.
And all I've got is this commotion going on outside the van right now. We've got the police here attending.
They drive to us.
Yeah, right,
They
whatever.
drive to us and they punched her.
Whatever.
They punched her.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also report to your Turkish police and
You do that.
Greece police.
You do that.
We're gonna report to you.
Now the police took everyone aside, had word with a few people, and they just wanted peace. This is the Greek police. It was on the Greek side, and they didn't want to press charges and didn't try and get anyone in trouble. They just wanted the situation to go away, and they said because there was a lot more of them than it was of us, they asked us to reverse back. And I said, I'm not reversing this 9-metre van all the way back, but there was a little split a bit further up that I could go back on the other side, and I just choose the easy way out on this one, and I decided to call it quits and get the hell out of there.
Right, we're not going to Turkey today. We were just absolutely accosted by lots of Turks and Greek and all over, and Germans and everything, thinking we were jumping the queue when the guy just said, no, the middle lane, all blocking the road, attacking the camper van. It was just horrendous, absolutely horrendous. I had to call the police twice. So we turned around. Even the policeman said, you know, when you get over the border, I'm not sure what they're going to do. They may be waiting for you to get revenge. Revenge for what? I was just trying to queue to go over the border. I've never seen anything like it in my life. But to make things simple, I just turned around and got the hell out of there. So it's 3:20 now. That was an hour of all that commotion. So I don't know. We just need to go back and find somewhere to chill with, I think, and maybe try and cross the border again. Maybe tonight, when in the night time or something, when it's quieter.
Yeah.
God, the worst border crossing I've ever done. What did you just say when you got in the car?
We were in the right there. We shouldn't have turned around. The other police should have come and told everyone that.
Right.
We were fine.
Just so you can see Eddie's point of view of it. But what a commotion! What a palaver! Huh?
The best thing to do for us was to turn around though, because
Right.
we were unsafe there. We were being attacked. Police weren't doing anything about it, so.
No, because it was a majority of them that the police were
Versus
taking.
two of us.
And the police were like, well, I'd prefer to just, jump on their side because there's loads of them. And then they said they don't know if they'd wait for us at the border when we cross. So we're going to maybe go and find the other border crossing and cross there, which is a much longer way. But maybe it's a done thing to do. This is not a good start to our Turkish holiday. Okay, and all that commotion back there, I haven't kept you fully up to date, but I'd nearly run out of fuel. I was letting it run dry because it's quite expensive in Greece, but much cheaper in Turkey. But with that turnaround at the border now, I've just went and put 50 euros of fuel in it in Greece, and we've topped up the AdBlue as well to full again. So with all that commotion, I didn't record and let you know any of that. But we're heading an hour north to another border now, which I'm hoping to be quieter and not have all that commotion and drama, and hopefully we can get through into Turkey safely. Well, this is a much smaller border crossing, and they're queuing back up into this town here. Looks like we're still around a third of a mile away. This one could take hours too. Hopefully not have the commotion that the other one had though. We got here around 10:02. We've been here for about 4 minutes. Look, 16:54 now. Let's see how long this takes. Honestly, you couldn't write today. The guy's just hit me from behind. But he's hit my tow bar and done a little bit of damage on his car, but nothing on mine. Maybe we shouldn't have got up this morning. Right, whilst we're sat in traffic here, and it looks like it's going to be a while, I just noticed we've just done over 3,000 miles on the journey. So there you go. I'll fill you in on some of these stats. However, it's really hot. It's 37 degrees. And I've got the aircon on and the engine running. So it's going to bring these figures. It's going to put them out of a bit out. But it does say 24.6 miles per gallon. Average speed 38 mile an hour. Although we're doing 0 right now. So that's going to be coming down. Travel time, and I guess that's engine running time, is 79 hours. So that's where we're at right now. But yeah, 3,000 miles and about to cross to Turkey. Right, Ed, just let me know very briefly what happened in your words.
So obviously it was all kicking off, and then I got out of the car to try and move their cars and to kind of diffuse the situation a bit. They were all a bit riled up. So I got out there. They've started attacking me. Physically they've hit me. They've been pushing me about. And after that, I ran back to the motorhome because you'd driven on at that point.
Yes, and then I asked you to go, and they got worse. They started blocking us in.
Yeah, they were getting worse at this point. I was being chased down to the motorhome. I got back, and then we just decided it was best to get the police more urgently. They weren't coming
because I'd already rung them, right?
Yeah, they weren't coming quick enough.
So then I asked you to go to the
So
front
I got
of the queue.
out the motorhome again, and I sprinted about half a mile down to the customs. I knocked on passport control. They got police for me, and then we walked back down to the motorhome together.
Right, thank you. Right, we are just coming up to the customs now. Now I'm going to turn the cameras off because I don't want any more trouble today. But keep your fingers crossed we get through okay, and we've got all the right documentation. Okay, we're nearly at the window, but we just had a guy come up, asked for the V5, and said something about there being an issue with 3.5 ton, over and under 3.5 ton coming through this border. That's all I need. Okay, we're through the Greek side, no problem. Stamped the passport. Right, we're in no man's land. And again, not to cause any trouble, I'm going to turn the cameras off now. Oh my days, look at this. Okay, we are stuck here at the minute, and it seems they're thoroughly going through the documents here, including the motorhome not being registered in my name, being registered in the business name. I don't know if you remember that when we discussed this trip. But of course, we thought ahead, and we got a letter signed from the company saying we got permission to bring it in, and we've handed him that. Hopefully that's enough to get us through. It's okay, we're good. We're all good. Documents back, they've let us through. We're in Turkey, baby. Right, let me catch up with a few things with you. Since we've been in Turkey, oh my God, it is amazing. Can't believe it. I didn't know what to expect. But you know how Morocco was so different, Turkey's very different too. It's not like Greece. So loving it so far, loving it. And the stress I've gone through today, I can't believe it. I can't believe I've continued vlogging whilst going through all this stress. So I'm sure I can appreciate if you'd subscribe to the channel for that, guys. But driving on these crazy roads, oh my God, whose right of way is this? Is it mine? I think it is. It's mad here, mad I tell you. Lucky I got insurance, and I'll talk to you about that in a moment. But let me tell you, I just filled up with fuel, and we've just paid the cheapest yet, 107. I knew it was going to be cheap here, but that's brilliant. That's even cheaper than what Bulgaria I think was about 110. So we're about £1.07 per litre. Bear with me while I get confused which way to go here. And we saw a McDonald's. Now Eddie's been craving a McDonald's for a while. You know the boys like to have a McDonald's in each country, so we popped in and had a McDonald's, £8.50 for the two of us to have meals in McDonald's. How cheap is that? Loving this country already. But yeah, insurance. I know you guys, when we went to Morocco and now we've come to Turkey, we used the same insurance company. And in fact, they insure the motorhome in the UK as well. And that's Sterling Insurance. We've used them now for a couple of years, and they've been fantastic. The countries like Morocco and Turkey, most people won't touch you on insurance, and you have to get insurance at the border, but Sterling Insurance got you covered on that, absolutely. So I'm going to leave a link in the description, guys. Give them a call and get a quote for you. Get a quote for your normal insurance. I mean, they do all kinds of insurance for your car, for your van, for your motorhome. They even do house insurance. So use my link in the description. If your insurance is coming up for renewal, or even if it's not, get a quote, because I know I've had messages from some of you that they have been beating their existing insurance company. So there you are, guys. They're the people that are insuring us to come to Turkey. It's Sterling Insurance. Right, now to find a campsite. It's getting dark. I don't like driving in the dark at the best of times, let alone in a foreign country. What a day. What a day it's been. Look, we're pitched up. Ed's found us a campsite. We're here. The Starlink stopped working, and that's something else. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But look, we've met a lovely guy at the gate that's looking after things, and we've managed to get a bit of data. But I'm shattered. So let's talk about this tomorrow. Night. Good morning from Turkey. It's really good to be here. Eventually get here. Last night we were just thankful to find a space with electric. Gosh, was it hot. Now, we got problems with the Starlink. The Starlink isn't authorized to work in Turkey. I don't know if you know, but in Morocco last year it worked absolutely seamlessly, even though it wasn't meant to work in Morocco. It said on the map it doesn't work in Morocco, and it worked all the way through, although we had to change it to worldwide service. It appears that isn't the case here. They simply haven't, Turkish government haven't authorized Elon and the gang at Starlink to make it work here, although they are in discussions about it now, and it should be in 2024. So I'm gutted. We were here 5 minutes last night and we were climbing the walls. We couldn't do this, we couldn't do that. I couldn't message Linz to say we were safe. She couldn't track us on the Find Me. We couldn't look for this. Our lives are completely around having data, one way or another. Take data away and we were screwed. So we went over to the reception. Now they don't have Wi-Fi here, but they did have it just at the reception, and the lovely guy Moo that we met gave us a code, so we jumped on the Wi-Fi and I managed to buy an eSIM. I think it was $7.99 for 10 gig eSIM, and we're back online again. So thankfully we are back online, sharing social media posts with you guys, and using the sat nav even, and trying to find somewhere to stay on Park for Night. Everything we do, we need the internet for. It's incredible. But there we are, we're good. We've got some data right now. We are packed up. This campsite is it's lovely, it's a little gem. Toilets are a bit run down, but that's okay. It's huge though, it is huge. I'll leave the link in the description, guys, if you want to try this one out. But we've got running water to the pitch, we've got electric, and that was the main thing. And it was inexpensive as well. How much was it, Ed?
15 quid.
I think it was 15 quid for the night. That was 500 Turkish lira, so whatever that works out to be. Right, I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. And if you have, give it a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're not, and we'll see you in Istanbul.